Dodge City and to the territory on west, there's just one way to handle the killers and the spoilers, and that's with a U.S. Marshal and the smell of Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke, starring William Conrad. The story of the violence that moved west with young America. The story of a man who moved with it. Matt Dillon, United States Marshal.
Mr. Dillon, could I give you some more coffee?
Yeah, I guess so. How about you, Chester?
Yes, sir, I believe it will.
Why don't you just leave the coffee pot here on the table, Miss Keller?
Why, sure thing, Marshal. Oh, I got some fresh eggs this morning, if you're interested. They were just brought in.
Well, good. Cook us up about a half a dozen of them, huh?
Have them for you right away, Mr. Dillon.
All right.
Fresh eggs. My, I'll swear if Delmonico's ain't getting to be about as fancy as some of them Kansas City restaurants.
Well, that's civilization, Chester. Progress. Another 5 years and Dodge City will be tamed, curried, and bridled.
Seeing's believing, Mr. Dillon.
No, you'll see it. Both of us will see it. That is, if we live that long.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon, gentlemen. You Mr.
Yeah?
Dillon, the marshal here?
Yes, that's right.
Well, I'm sorry to bother you at breakfast, Marshal. My name is Hunter. Ed Hunter.
Mr. Hunter.
I'm a deputy sheriff from Richmond, Virginia. Come in the Santa Fe this morning.
I say, well, why don't you pull up a chair, Mr. Hunter?
I thank you, sir.
Chester Proudfoot, Mr. Hunter.
Howdy do.
Howdy do.
Here's my first trip to the frontier. I find it a rather remarkable experience.
I can imagine. Won't you have some coffee?
No, thank you. Marshal, I'm here to arrest 2 men who are wanted in Virginia.
No?
Here are the warrants and the orders of extradition. I stopped off for them in Topeka.
Uh-huh. John Allison, Calvin Moore. Both wanted for murder, huh? Do you know these men, Mr. Hunter?
No, sir, I don't.
Well, the names aren't familiar to me. I never heard of them. Have you, Chester?
No, sir, Mr. Dillon.
Well, I have some information that may help. Not much on Allison, I'm afraid. He shot and killed a bank teller at Greenbrier last spring.
Oh?
He's about 30 years old, dark hair and mustache, medium build, an excellent horseman and a confirmed gambler.
Well, that's fine. That narrows it down to about 2/3 of the men in Dodge City.
Well, possibly I can do a bit better in regard to Calvin Moore, Mr. Dillon. Now, he came down to Richmond from the north and set up practice as a medical doctor. He was about 29 at the time. And he ambushed and shot young Roger Beauregard and then left town. That was 17 years ago. Beauregard's been trying to trace him ever since.
Well, I'm afraid that's a pretty long
I have a
time.
picture of Moore, photograph.
Oh?
Of course, he was much younger than this.
Oh, sometimes there's still quite a resemblance, even after 17.
Something familiar about that picture, Mr. Dillon?
17 years. He must be somewhere past 45 now, huh? Are you sure that these men are here in Dodge, Mr. Hunter?
Reasonably so. Is there something about that photograph that makes you...
Well, it's too blurred to tell much about it. Besides, he'd be 17 years older now.
Yeah, that's true.
I tell you what, Mr. Hunter, suppose you leave the picture and the descriptions with me, and I'll check around town, and I'll keep in touch with you.
Thank you, sir. Oh, I wonder if you might suggest a good hotel.
Certainly. Why don't you try the Dodge House? It's a corner of Railroad Avenue at the end of the plaza, the East End. Tell the deacon I sent you.
I thank you again, Mr. Dillon, and I'll be grateful for any help you can give me in this matter.
Yeah, sure. So long. You want to see the photograph, Chester?
Yes, sir, I do. Well, Mr. Dillon, that is...
Yeah.
What are you going to do, Mr. Dillon?
I don't know, Chester. He's my friend. I never asked him anything about his life before he came here. Didn't seem to matter. But now the law says he's a murderer. I'm part of the law. So now it does matter.
Maybe it's not him.
No, it's him, all right, Chester. You saw it same as I did. It's Doc.
Work. This is the first chance I've had this week to clean a few instruments properly. Gunshot wounds. Oh, Matt. I'll lay odds I'm the only doctor in the United States who makes 3/4 of his living off of gunshot wounds.
That's a rough country, Doc.
Yes, indeed, it's a rough country.
Maybe you ought to have stayed back east.
See, broken bones, babies, and gunshot wounds. Well, I wouldn't know the first thing about a good civilized case of gout anymore.
What part of the East did you come from, Doc?
See, I went to medical school in Boston. I studied consumption, colic, liver complaints. Never had a case of liver complaint in all the time I've been here, though.
No, I guess that kind of thing is more common down south, around Richmond, Virginia, for instance, huh?
Matt, stop beating around the bush. You've got something on your mind, and it's bothering you.
Look, Doc, a deputy sheriff from Virginia came in on the morning train. He's got a warrant for murder against a man named Calvin Moore. He's got a photograph of Moore taken 17 years ago. Would you like to look at it?
All things are taken from us and become portions and parcels of the dreadful past.
Are you Calvin Moore?
It wasn't murder, Matt. They said it was murder, of course. The Beauregards were an important family.
Would you like to tell me about it?
Oh, not much to tell, Matt. I'd been in practice in Richmond about a year. There was a girl, beautiful girl, with spirit and fire and that soft radiance that only Southern girls seem to have. And, me, that was so long ago.
I've been in the South myself now.
Roger Beauregard and I were both courting this girl. He was a typical Virginia gentleman, hot-headed, used to having his own way. He started threatening me, warning me. And I laughed it off. Then one day I was coming back from a case, and I ran into Roger on a country road. He had a pair of dueling pistols, and he challenged me.
What? Well, that's not a crime, Doc. That's self-defense. It's not a crime here anyway.
Well, I tried to talk him out of it, but he was crazy mad. He shoved one of the pistols in my hand, and he pulled back on his horse, and he leveled his gun. I had no choice. We both fired. He missed. I didn't. Self-defense, yes, but there were no witnesses, and I was an outsider, a Yankee.
So you ran for it, is that it?
I ran for it. St. Louis, Virginia City, Montana Territory, the Panhandle, Wichita, Abilene, and Dodge. I changed my name to Charles Adams.
And the girl, Doc, what happened to her?
I waited for her in St. Louis. We were married there. 2 months later, she died of typhoid fever.
Well, you never know. No matter how much you figure you understand somebody, you just quite never know.
I can't go back there, Matt. I've got no defense. Well, I mean prison. I'd rot in prison. I won't go back, Matt.
Now, Doc, look, Hunter is here after 2 prisoners. I got no right to my own rules, to go after one man and keep the other one covered. I always figured that the only kind of law that would work out here is an honest law.
What are you going to do?
Doc, I don't know.
You're late, Matt. I decided you weren't going to stop in tonight.
Is Chester around?
Yeah, over there by the faro table.
Oh.
Matt, what about this Virginian who's been hanging around for the last 2 days?
Oh, Hunter?
Yeah.
He's a deputy sheriff, got a couple of warrants to serve. Why?
Well, he's been asking questions. Some of the boys are getting a little skittish.
Now, there's no call for it as long as they're not named Allison or Moore.
Are you free now, Miss Kitty, or are you busy?
What's it look like?
Well, I figured maybe he was just killing time. Hiya, Marshal.
Bunko?
Bought you a drink, Kitty. It's over on the bar.
All right. Thanks. Matt, I'll be off in a couple of hours. Drop around.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
I understand you've got a rival lawman in town, Marshal.
Well, there's a deputy here from Virginia, if that's what you mean.
I always figured you were the law here. Is he short in this town, Marshal? Say the word, we'll run him out.
I ever ask you for help, Bunko?
Well, no.
When a man's short in Dodge, I'll run him out.
No offense,
You
Marshal.
keep your own cinch tight. Don't worry about anybody else, huh? I'll see you, Bunko.
I swear I never saw anybody such bad luck in all my life. My gracious, he ought to swear off Pharaoh and stick to stud.
Oh, Chester.
The old Jethro Keener, he just lost 3 weeks' pay. And Bunko Benson, sitting right there beside him, mind you, picked up $230.
So that's why he's feeling big. Come on, Chester, let's take a walk. Huh?
Yes, sir. 3 weeks' pay. Mercy, I never saw such luck.
What about Doc, Chester?
He turned in a couple hours ago. That's when I came on over here.
How's he acting?
About as usual. No signs of planning to run out, if that's what you mean, Mr. Dillon. One thing he's doing, though, that he's never done before. He's toting a gun.
Good evening, Marshal.
Oh, hello, Mr. Hunter.
Since you didn't come to me, Mr. Dillon, I've come to you. I'm wondering what progress you've made.
Well, I'm still checking.
Any results at all, Marshal?
Well, I don't have much to go on, you know.
Now, Calvin Moore was a doctor by profession. He might still be practicing. I suggest we investigate the local doctors.
Well, that wouldn't take long. We've only got one, Doc Adams.
How long has he been here?
Oh, about 4 years.
How old a man is he?
Late 40s, I imagine. But he doesn't show much resemblance to that photograph you gave me.
Well, maybe you're too used to him to notice the resemblance.
Yeah, maybe.
I'd like to look him over myself, Marshal.
Well, he's pretty busy out on calls most of the time, and...
Not all the time.
No, not all the time. All right, Mr. Hunter, I'll bring him around.
That's funny, Mr. Dillon.
Yeah, he should have answered by now. Well, we're wasting our time, Chester. He's gone.
Well, now, he might have got called out on a case.
Yeah, I know, but I don't...
Hey, what?
That was across the plaza, down toward the Dodge House. Come on, Chester.
Somebody sure is stirring up smoke.
Yeah, it's across the street. Edge of the railroad yards, I think.
That you, Marshal?
Yeah. What happened, Mr. Hunter?
Somebody tried to kill me. I started into the hotel and they fired from the dock here. I fired back, but he got away.
You, get a good look at him?
Oh, no, I just saw the flashes.
Well, this is an easy town to get killed in, Mr. Hunter.
So it seems. About that doctor, Marshal. You didn't bring him around.
Well, he's out on call.
Think I want to meet him more than ever now.
We will return for the second act of Gunsmoke in just a moment. But first, there's a world of wonderful entertainment awaiting you every weekday in the daytime with CBS Radio's roster of wonderful dramatic serials. This Monday, listen in. And now, for the second act of Gunsmoke.
What time is it, Chester?
2:15 a.m., Mr. Dillon.
Yeah.
I sure hope we don't have to spend the whole night waiting here. I don't see how Doc puts up with the smell of all this medicine.
He's used to it, I guess.
Yeah. I suppose a man can get used to anything except dying. You think it could have been him that fired those shots, Mr. Dillon?
Chester, there's somebody coming. I'll get it.
Doc, Marshal.
Come on in, Bunko. Doc's not here, but he'll probably be... Oh, what happened to your arm?
I got thrown into a barbed wire fence.
Here, let's have a look at it, huh?
No. It's all right.
It's a gunshot wound.
All right, hold it, both of you.
Well, is that the same gun you tried to kill Hunter with, Bunko?
Stay where you are, Marshal.
Yeah. Around 30 years old, dark hair, mustache, medium build, excellent horseman, confirmed gambler. Wanted for murder. John Allison. Alias Bunko Benson. Am I right, Bunko?
He's not taking me back there. You stay where you are, Dillon.
Now, don't be a fool, Bunko. Put away the gun.
Stay back. I'm warning you. Bunko, look!
All right, Chester, let's get him over to the jail.
Just hold still now, Bunko. Just one more second. I'll have hold that bullet now, and then we'll just... There. Now, add that one to your collection, Matt.
Well, I'll make Hunter a present of it. It wasn't bad shooting to be firing in the dark at a gun flash.
He'll never get me back to Virginia. Now, hold still, Bunko. Don't expect a man to tie a bandage with your arm waving around like a mare's tail in fly time. See, how'd you know he'd come to my office, Matt?
I didn't, Doc. We were waiting for you.
Oh, I see. There we are. No. That ought to stop the bleeding. And don't loosen it up any. And you'll live to hang yet.
Don't worry about my hanging, Doc. I'll outlive you.
Well, in view of the circumstances, I'd say the odds are about even. Well, Matt, shall we adjourn to the front office?
Yeah, come on, Doc. Lock the cell, will you, Chester?
Yes, sir. Well, I turned in at 10 o'clock tonight. Got 1 hour's sleep. They called me over to Mrs. Behan's. She thought her baby was on the way. False alarm, of course. Usually is the first time. And I got back and I came straight over here.
Doc, you were wearing a gun earlier today. What'd you do with it?
Oh, I put it back in the drawer where it belonged. I realized I was acting like a fool. Was that where you were waiting in my office? Somebody tried to kill Hunter, and you thought...
Look, Doc, I've tried to think of some way out of this. A way out for both of us. I got one man under arrest back there now, and I can't rightly set myself up as a judge and free the other man. I'd even hoped you'd cut and run for it. You'd get away if you did, you know. Hunter doesn't know the country.
I've been running for 17 years, Matt, and it's still caught up with me. I'm too old to run any farther. What are you going to do?
I'm a lawman, Doc, right or wrong.
Well, then, Guess I'm under arrest. Huh?
No, I didn't say that. I just said that.
Is Doc Adams here? There's a... Oh, there you are, Doc.
Yes, what's the trouble?
A fellow over in the railroad yard's asleep on the track. He was drunk, I guess. They were switching cars. You better come, Doc. He's awful bad.
I got 2 lanterns, Mr. Dillon. That ought to be enough.
Good, Chester. You ready, Doc?
You ready as I'll ever be.
All right, let's go then. He said near the loading pens. Down this way, I guess.
Yes, sir. It looks like some lights over there. People around.
Marshal, is that you?
Yeah. Oh, Hunter. I thought you went to bed hours ago.
I'm a light sleeper, Mr. Dillon. I heard there's an accident over in the yards. Thought it might give me a chance to meet your local doctor.
Well, I guess you can meet him right now if you want to. Doc, this is Ed Hunter. Doc Adams.
How do you do, sir?
Mr. Hunter?
I got one of your prisoners locked up, Mr. Hunter, John Allison. Known here as Bunko Benson.
Good.
I just found out he's the man who tried to kill you tonight. He caught one of your bullets in his arm.
Oh, I see. Why, then it's 1 down and 1 to go. Just Calvin Moore. Dr. Calvin Moore.
This is no time to stand around making chen music. I'm sorry,
Well, that's
Hunter.
quite all right, Marshal. I'll go with you.
Will you pardon us, please? All right, will you move back and let us through here, please? Here, Doc, this way.
Yeah, I'm right with you, Matt.
Please stand back now, will you? Give Doc a chance to work.
Yes, please, if you please, just stand back. Bad is right. Well, we'll do what we can. Come on.
That man who's hurt, Marshal, who is he?
Oh, just a drifter. Been around Dodge a couple of years. Calls himself Texas Joe. No friends or family. Nobody knows where he came from. It's the usual story.
Easy now, Tex. We'll have you fixed up here in just a couple of shakes.
Is that you, Doc?
That's right.
I told him, get you. Be all right if you got here.
Why, sure, it'll be all right. You just lie still now.
Yeah.
Certainly has to work under primitive conditions.
Doc? Yeah. Chester, will you get those lanterns going and give Doc some more light?
Yes, Mr. Dillon.
Yeah, he's the only real doctor this side of Abilene.
Hey, Mr. Dillon, is there anything I can do to help?
I guess not, Miss Kelly. Thanks anyway.
Poor old Tex. Why, he stopped in the restaurant not more than 4 hours ago. I fixed him a meal.
You never know.
Well, Doc can pull him through if anybody can.
Sure he can.
Put one of those lanterns on the other side there, Chester. Yes, sir, Doc.
You seem to have a lot of faith in this Dr. Adams.
They've got reason to, Mr. Hunter.
Matt, could you give me a hand here?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure, Doc.
Lift his head up just a little bit there, Matt.
Yeah,
That's
all right.
Not much of a chance. All I can do is make him comfortable.
Marshal Dillon,
Now, don't try to talk, Texie. You're going to be all right.
you've been decent to me, Marshal. Just a bum, but you treated me square. You and Doc, only friends I got.
Sure, Tex.
I got one more favor to ask. Could someone read me some scripture?
Well, Tex, I just don't recall any of
Marshal,
them.
I know some.
Mrs. Kelly, I doubt if you can hear.
I can hear. Please.
The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters.
Mrs. Kelly.
He restoreth my soul.
Miss Kelly.
He-
I think that's enough.
Poor soul.
Well, you can't win them all, I guess.
No, you can't win them all, Doc.
Well,
Doctor, as the only physician here, I suppose you also function as coroner.
that's right.
This man will be buried under the name of Texas Joe.
Don't you worry about that. Boot Hill is full of men buried under nicknames. In this country, we...
Doc! Doc, I just came from... Oh.
What, Kitty?
Oh, Doc, I've been sitting up with Mrs. B, and you left too soon. She needs you over there right away.
Well, then it wasn't a false alarm.
No.
All right, Kitty, I'll be there just as quick as I can, but... Well, as soon as I...
Kitty, you go on back over and do what you can for her, huh? Doc will be along.
Oh, all right, Matt, but you better hurry.
Well, Mr. Hunter,
Gentlemen, this seems to have been my lucky night. Both my fugitives located within an hour of each other.
I guess there's nothing I
One
can
of
do.
them safely in jail and one of them dead.
What?
Didn't you notice the resemblance, Marshal? That Texas Joe there, he's obviously the man in the photograph. I saw it immediately.
Well, Mr.
I hope
Hunter,
you'll take all the necessary steps to see that he's buried under his real name, Calvin Moore. His death, of course, closes the case, and I'll be leaving for Virginia with my other prisoner tomorrow.
Well, Mr. Hunter, I just don't know what to say.
Well, now, I'd say it's no time to stand around making chin music, Dr. Adams. You have a patient waiting, and this town seems to depend on you.
Well, of course, but...
Hey, you got work to do, Doc. And, Doc, make sure it's a boy.
Well, I'll do my darndest, Matt. Yeah. Well, good night, gentlemen.
Good night, Doc.
Good night, Doc.
Gunsmoke, under the direction of Norman MacDonald, stars William Conrad as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal. Tonight's story was specially written for Gunsmoke by Les Crutchfield, with music composed and conducted by Rex Corey. Featured in the cast were Lawrence Dobkin, Lou Krugman, Paul Dubov, and Vivi Janis. Parley Baer is Chester, Howard McNear is Doc, and Georgia Ellis is Kitty. Gunsmoke is heard by our troops overseas through the facilities of the Armed Forces Radio Service. Join us again next week as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal, fights to bring law and order out of the wild violence of the West in Gunsmoke. Tomorrow evening, listen for Lionel Barrymore, your host on CBS Radio Sunday Night Playhouse. There'll be another specially selected historical drama or a classic from literature with a cast of stars perfectly suited for the roles in the story. Every Sunday evening, hear Lionel Barrymore on your Sunday Night Playhouse over most of these same CBS radio stations. Truly an outstanding dramatic experience here at the Star's address. Roy Rowan speaking. And remember, for thrilling dramas of escape, listen every Sunday night to the CBS Radio Network. Dodge City and at the territory on west, there's just one way to handle the killers and the spoilers, and that's with a U.S. Marshal and the smell of Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke, starring William Conrad, the transcribed story of the violence that moved west with young America, the story of a man who moved with it. Matt Dillon, United States Marshal.
Tum 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 tum.
Chester, do you have to do that? You're just stirring up a lot of dust.
Well, cleanliness is next to godliness, Mr. Dillon.
Yeah, I know, Chester, but all you're doing is getting it off the floor into the air. Man can hardly breathe in here.
All right, Mr. Dillon. I'll do my sweeping later.
Yeah, good.
My mother taught me that, Mr. Dillon.
Taught you what, Chester?
That cleanliness is next to godliness. She was a fine woman, too.
Oh, look, Chester, it's a good saying, and it's probably true, and I got nothing against your mother, except that she also should have taught you how to sweep.
Well, maybe she just didn't have the time, Mr. Dillon. You see, there was an awful lot of us, and what with chores and...
Oh, hello, Doc.
Come on, I'll buy you a drink.
What?
Doc said he'd buy you a drink, Mr. Dillon.
He really said that?
You coming?
Doc, you got to quit throwing your money around the way you do.
Maybe you don't need a drink.
No, wait a minute, Doc. I'm with you. I'll tell you all about it when I get back, Chester.
I'd be mighty interested, Mr. Dillon.
Oh, sure be glad when it gets winter again.
Why, Doc? You'll just complain about the cold, then?
I suppose. You go sit with Kitty, Matt. I'll bring a bottle.
Okay, Doc. Hello, Kitty.
Hello, Matt. What are you and Doc up to?
Yeah, he wants someone to talk to, so he picked me. And you.
Fine. I'm a good listener. Lots of practice. What are we celebrating?
Let's see here. We'll drink to a fellow that you don't know. Cain Vestal.
Well, here's to him.
Yeah?
Here's to him. Yes, he'll be dead in a couple of months.
What?
That's what I told him.
What do you mean, Doc?
Well, I'm not the only one who's told him that. I'm just the last.
Well, who is this Cain Vestal, Doc?
Oh, he's just a fella. Came in on the train last night, leaving for Arizona to die in Arizona. He's a musician. He plays the guitar, he tells me.
Well, how's he gonna die?
Consumption. He's got it bad. I'm the last doctor who's going to ask about it, he says.
Poor fella.
Yes, the climate out there keep him going for a little while longer. I don't know. He's such a sad man for some reason.
Well, who wouldn't be, Doc?
No, Kitty. I think Cain's been sad for a long, long time. He's a very nice fellow, too.
Nothing can help him, huh?
No, nothing.
You know, it's a funny thing, Doc. I'm just sitting here thinking. Sometimes you have to tell men they're going to die. Sometimes I have to.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, let's see. There he is. See that fellow with the car there? He just came in.
No.
Yeah, I don't think he knows anyone around here. You mind if I ask him over?
Well, sure. Your party, Doc.
Oh, good. Cain? Cain? Over here? Sit down. Sit down. Cain, this is Kitty.
Hello, Cain.
Kitty.
This is Marshal Dillon.
Hello, Marshal.
Pleasure to meet you.
Just a minute, yeah. Sit down. There we are. Have a drink.
Well, thank you, Doc.
This your first trip west, Cain?
Yes, Marshal, it is.
Oh, well, where are you from?
No place in particular, Miss Kitty. I seem to spend most of my life on the Mississippi River.
I thought you were a musician.
I am. I was hired to ride the river boats and play my guitar for the passengers.
Oh.
Well, at least you've had a constant change of scenery.
Yeah.
After 20 years of going up and down that river, it got pretty familiar, Marshal.
Well, Cain, I knew a young fella back in St. Louis before the war, and he was learning to be a river pilot. Say, I wonder if you ever ran into him. Name of Clemens, Sam Clemens?
No, Doc, I don't believe I did.
Oh, he was a very amusing fella. He was just chock full of stories.
You leaving Dodge tomorrow, Cain?
I'm headed for Arizona, Miss Kitty. No reflection on Dodge, though.
If you hit a place out there called Tombstone, I wish you'd look up Virgil Earp for me. Tell him I sent you, huh?
Thanks, Marshal. I'll do that.
Say, Cain, I wonder, could I ask you a favor?
Well, certainly, Miss Kitty. Anything at all.
Or would you play something for us?
I had an idea that's what it'd be. Anything in particular?
Oh, play something you like, Cain.
Another girl I knew used to like this one. Thank you, Miss Kitty.
I wish you were going to stay here a while. Maybe you could teach me to play like that, huh?
It'd be a pleasure, Miss Kitty. But I'm afraid I won't be around for long.
Morning, Mr. Dillon.
It's, noon, Chester.
Yes, sir, I know, but you went off with Doc yesterday, so I figured I had a little time coming today.
Well, that depends on how you spent it. Now, if you've been gambling,
Now, Mr. Dillon, you know I never gamble. No, sir. I was out helping a fellow learn to shoot a 6-gun, that's all.
Now? You mean there's a man in Dodge who doesn't know how?
This fellow don't. Never had one in his hand before. He's a musician.
What?
Plays the guitar, he told me.
You mean Cain? Cain Vestal?
Yes, sir, that's his name. Nice a fellow as you'd ever want to meet.
Yeah. But he was supposed to leave on the stage this morning. And what's he done with his 6-gun anyway?
Well, I don't know, Mr. Dillon. He just come by here early this morning and asked me if I'd teach him.
Now, where'd he get the gun?
Said he'd just bought it. Anything wrong, Mr. Dillon?
No. Just doesn't add up somehow, that's all.
Oh, well, he won't cause any trouble. He's not the sort.
You never know, Chester.
No, sir. And my Kitty looks pretty this morning. She's got a yellow parasol, Mr. Dillon.
Kitty? Oh, I think I'll go see her for a minute. I'll be right back, Chester.
Yes, sir, Mr. Dillon.
Kitty?
Hello, Matt.
Kitty, I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
Well, sure. What is it?
I'm curious about something, Kitty. Maybe you can help me.
Maybe.
How long was Cain Vessel with you yesterday?
Cain. Oh, well, he didn't leave till evening. Why?
Well, he didn't go out on the stage this morning, and he's bought himself a 6-gun. You any idea why?
A gun?
Huh?
Doesn't sound like Cain.
Anything happened yesterday, Kitty, or did he tell you anything?
Oh, yeah. There was one thing, Matt. Joel Adams and a couple of his men came in.
Yeah?
Cain got pretty upset when he saw him had a bad coughing spell.
Oh?
Later, he asked a lot of questions about Adams.
Well, what'd you tell him?
Just that Adams is a big landowner around here, that nobody who isn't working for him likes him very much. That's all I know, anyway.
Yeah. They didn't talk, Adams and Cain.
No. I don't think they even know each other.
Well, anyway, he sure isn't the sort to be packing a gun.
Now, you'll just get into trouble, Matt.
Yeah. Where's he staying, did he say?
Dodge House, I think.
Yeah. Thanks, Kitty. I'll see you later.
Come in.
Hello, Cain.
Why, Marshal Dillon. Come in, come in.
Thank you.
What can I do for you, Marshal?
I thought you were leaving Dodge on the stage this morning.
Well, I was, Marshal, but I changed my mind. You know how it is.
Sure, Cain, sure. Now, we're glad to have you around. I'm just curious, though. Your staying have anything to do with that gun you bought this morning?
Oh, Chester told you. I thought he would. He's a good teacher, Marshal.
Yeah. But that doesn't answer my question.
Do I have to answer it?
I'm just trying to help you, that's all.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Marshal, but I'm afraid there's nothing you can do.
Look, Cain, you're new in this country. A man like you just can't pick up a 6-gun and call himself a fighting man. Not and expect to live through it.
I certainly lay no claim to be a fighting man.
Then why did you buy that gun?
There's no law out here against a man having a gun, is there, Marshal?
No. But any man who carries one is expected to use it when the time comes. You'd be a lot safer without one.
Being safe doesn't mean a whole lot to me, Marshal. Not now.
Yeah, I know. Doc told me. What's it all about?
It's a long story. And an old one, I suppose. I'd really rather not talk about it.
Well, I can't force you to. But tell me this. Does it have anything to do with Joel Adams?
Yes, it does, Marshal. I'm going to kill him.
When?
I don't know. Anytime.
Well, why?
That's the long story I mentioned.
All right, Cain. But if you try to face him, he'll kill you before you got that gun halfway out of your belt. And if you shoot him any other way, you'll hang for it.
You've forgotten something, Marshal.
What?
No matter what I do, I'm going to die soon anyway. Mother month or two isn't going to make any difference.
You hate Adams that much?
I wouldn't kill a man I didn't hate, would I?
I didn't think you were the sort of man who'd kill anyone.
Only Joel Adams, Marshal.
Then I gotta warn him about you.
Well, I understand, Marshal. It's all right. He doesn't know me anyway. Never even saw me before.
But you want to kill him?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll take your gun away from you, but you'll just find another one. And I can't arrest you unless I catch you trying to bushwhack him.
I'm sorry for the trouble I'm causing you, Marshal.
You know, I've never had to deal with a man like you before, Cain. Maybe I ought to just tie you up and throw you on that stage.
You could. But I'd just come right back.
I guess you would.
I'm sorry this has to happen here in Dodge, Marshal.
Then why don't you leave?
I guess I hate Joel Adams too much.
All right, Cain, I'm through trying to convince you. So long.
Goodbye, Marshal.
I never heard of Cain Vestal, Marshal, and I never saw him before last night.
You must have known him somewhere, Adams.
You're trying to make me out a liar, Marshal.
I'm trying to save Cain's life and yours, maybe.
No, he ain't gonna shoot me. I'll kill him first time he looks sidewise.
Maybe you won't see him.
Oh? Shoot me in the back, eh? Well, in that case,
In that case, what?
Why, nothing, Dillon, nothing. Forget it.
If Cain's shot in the back, you'll be the first man I'd take in, Adams.
I don't even know him. Why should I shoot him?
I'm only warning you.
Well, just leave me be, Marshal. I can take care of myself.
See that you do, Adams, and only yourself.
Why, sure, Marshal. Only I don't much like the idea of some stranger gunning for me. Makes me sort of uneasy.
There must be some reason for it.
Don't start it again, Marshal. Ain't no reason.
I know. You've led a blameless life. You never hurt anyone.
I told you twice.
There are men around here who'd shoot you on sight if they thought they could get by with it. I don't think you were ever any good, Adams, so don't tell me Cain's got no reason. I don't believe it.
You're pushing me now,
I'm
Marshal.
tired of your talk, that's all. Maybe it's true you don't know him, but he sure knows something about you.
Well, then he'll wish you didn't. That's all I got to say.
Well, just keep out of his way. Give it a little time, and maybe there won't be any killing at all.
Why, sure. All the time in the world.
All right, Adams. I've done all I can.
Just don't worry about me.
I'm not.
Then goodbye, Marshal.
Goodbye.
We will return for the second act of Gunsmoke in just a moment. But first, the poignant story of Jane Froman, adapted from the movie With a Song in My Heart, was selected by you listeners through a national magazine as the one you would like most to hear on Lux Radio Theater. So this Monday night, listen for Susan Hayward, Rory Calhoun, David Wayne, Thelma Ritter, and Bob Wagner of the movie cast when CBS Radio presents Lux Radio Theater. Now, the second act of Gunsmoke.
Sure is quiet around town tonight, Mr. Dillon.
Yeah. There's a trail herd due in a couple of days. I suppose business will pick up then.
You'd think those cowboys be too tuckered out after a ride like that to have any juice left in them at all, Mr. Dillon.
Yeah, they're too poor to cut loose any other time.
Well, that don't stop them down in Texas, Mr. Dillon.
No?
No. It's just like an uncle of mine back in Waco. He was poor, oh, he was mean poor. But he always said the only good money was to have fun with.
Or did he have fun?
But no, sir. He was too poor, like I said.
All right, Chester, all right. All I ask is that you don't try to explain it to me.
Well, but there's nothing to explain, Mr. Dillon. It's just that he was the one poorest
Chester.
man you'd ever...
Marshal, say, you want to talk to Cain Vestal?
What?
Cain is upstairs in my office.
He been shot?
No, not shot. Beat up.
Well, how is he, Doc?
Well, it's not too bad. A couple of cowboys found him just outside of town. They heard a shot and said 2 men rode off before they could stop them.
Yeah?
And I guess whoever it was, they didn't have time to finish the job. They just got started working on him.
So Adams made the first move, huh? I'll be back soon, Chester.
Yes, sir, Mr. Dillon.
They hit him on the head with a gun butt. Scratched him up some. Outside of that, he's fine.
It's still assault, even if they didn't kill him, Doc.
Yeah, I suppose it is. Anyway, they took a shot at him when they heard those riders coming along. Went right through his coat.
Yeah. They probably think he's dead.
So that's where you went, Doc. I might have known.
Didn't even give you a chance to use that gun, did he, Cain?
I didn't have a gun on me, Marshal, but it wasn't he. It was they.
Huh? Do you recognize them?
Well, I don't know many people around here.
You know Joel Adams, or so you told me.
It wasn't Adam.
Could you pick him out if you saw him again?
No, Marshal, I don't believe I could.
Where were you when they grabbed you, Cain?
End of Front Street. I was taking a walk after supper. They rode up behind me, one on each side, lifted me up, and carried me out of town a ways.
You must have got a good look at them, at least when they got off their horses.
It was too dark, Marshal.
Yeah. Doc, how long's he been here?
Oh, about half an hour, Marshal. Why?
Those cowboys who saw you, Cain, they brought you right in here, didn't they?
Yes.
So it was maybe an hour ago when those 2 men hauled you out of town? It was plenty light enough then.
Was it, Marshal?
You're going to fight it yourself, aren't you?
Yes, Marshal. It's my affair.
It was, Cain, but you've been assaulted and shot at, so it's the law's business now.
I won't prefer any charges, Marshal.
You don't have to. I've seen you, and I know who did it, or who hired it done, as well as you do.
Please, Marshal, I got to handle this my own way.
There's a law that says you can't murder a man, Cain, and the same law says he can't murder you. Are you so full of hate you can't get that through your head?
I guess that's it, Marshal.
All right, Cain. You do what you have to do. So will I. Hello, Adams. I've been looking for you.
That's late, Dillon. Can't you see me tomorrow?
It's not even midnight. That's early for you.
You see how this marshal's always trying to get me on the Proud Boys?
These boys of yours play pretty rough themselves, Adams.
Meaning?
Didn't they tell you?
Tell me what?
What they did to Cain Vestal?
They did not kill Cain Vestal, and you can't prove it.
No, Adams, I can't. Cain isn't even dead.
What?
You know, I'm curious, Adams. Why'd you think he might be?
Why, somebody said he got himself hurt.
Joel Adams.
You arranged this, Marshal?
You know I didn't.
Who is he? What does he want?
Hello, Joel Adams. Don't strain yourself so you don't know me.
Who are you?
Cain Vestal. But my name doesn't matter.
What are you haunting me for? I never saw you before in my life.
That's true. You didn't. But we had a friend in common once.
A friend? Who?
Julie Travis.
What about Julie?
You were a riverboat gambler then, Adams, and you had money and fine clothes and a way with women, especially young girls. Julie was only 16 at the time.
Never mind all that.
So she went away with you. To be married, you told her.
Oh. I think I guessed the rest. You wanted to marry her, but I got her instead. Is that it?
That's it, Adam. That's exactly it.
Oh, no, I thought you really had something on your mind, Vestal. Well, all right, why don't you get out of here and quit bothering people while you can still walk?
Julie killed herself, Adam. She committed suicide.
What?
You didn't know that, did you?
Well, it's got nothing to do with me.
Because you never married her after all. It was just a year after you abandoned her in New Orleans. I think it has a lot to do with you, Joel Adams.
What are your plans, mister? I see you got a gun in your belt.
Gonna kill you.
Oh, so? When?
Now. Right now.
All right, Vestal, draw.
Leave the gun where it is, Cain.
One thing I always promised myself, Adams. Someday I'd spit in your face.
Why, you...
Give me the gun, Adams.
There.
He's dead.
Well, he was going to kill me. You heard him.
He wanted you dead, Adams, any way he could manage.
I know it. That's what I say.
You're under arrest for murder.
For... What? It was a gunfight.
Cain never even moved for his gun.
Well, then I'll hang for this. He couldn't have got me any other way.
No, don't suppose he could have.
I remember the river gamblers used to say, don't matter how you win, so long as you win. That Cain should have been a gambler.
Maybe he was. Come on, let's go.
Gunsmoke, transcribed under the direction of Norman MacDonald, stars William Conrad as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal. Tonight's story was specially written for Gunsmoke by John Meston, with music composed and conducted by Rex Corey. Featured in the cast were Harry Bartell and Lawrence Dobkin. Parley Baer is Chester, Howard McNear is Doc, and Georgia Ellis is Kitty. And now for a special announcement. There have been many requests for information regarding our theme. It's called Old Trail and was written especially for us by Rex Corey, our musical director. If you will write to Gunsmoke in care of your local CBS radio station, we will try to give you whatever specific information you may desire. Gunsmoke is heard by our troops overseas through the facilities of the Armed Forces Radio Service. Join us again next week as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal, fights to bring law and order out of the wild violence of the West in Gunsmoke. This Monday night, on most of these same CBS radio stations, hear William Powell in a startling anti-communist drama titled The Man Who Cried Wolf. Remember to hear Suspense, starring William Powell, on most of these same CBS radio stations this Monday night. This is Roy Rowan speaking. America now listens to 105 million radio sets and listens most to the CBS Radio Network.